Hey, what's going on, my Evercade enthusiasts? My name is PGPYT, welcome to the channel. And today, I want to take a look at something, right? For those of you who don't know, Atari, who has been supporting Evercade since its inception, have been on on a winning streak recently, creating brand new games that you've based on their old IPs, or in some cases, making brand new games, including the puzzle platformer Kombinera. Now, I want to make a video talking about why I feel like there's a possibility that we may see new Atari games on Evercade that aren't emulated, the actual games that are from the new era of Atari's gaming. So, let me explain. First of all, Atari has released 5 cartridges on the Evercade. Now, a lot of people think, oh, that's quite a lot. And yeah, currently there's 30 cartridges on the Evercade, meaning 1/6 of the cartridges that are currently available on the Evercade to purchase are Atari games in some way. You have 2 Atari Lynx collections, 2 Atari themselves collection, and you have an Atari Arcade collection. What people don't realize though is Atari actually owns a lot more games, a lot more consoles. Obviously, there's no Jaguar, which I don't think Jaguar is even possible. 5,200 games aren't there. So most 7,800 games aren't there. There's still some missing 2,600 games. Lynx is still missing some games. It is what it is. It is whatever, right? Now, what people need to understand is there's a big problem with some of these games coming to the Evercade. Because we're getting stuff like Yars Revenge Recharged, we've got Centipede Recharged, we've got Breakout Recharged, we've got Kombinera, right? We're getting a Food Fight remastered game, I can't remember what it's called, but I know it's called Food Fight, something. We've got Asteroids Recharged. There are so many great games already here, like Recharged game as well as Kombinera. Why I don't think these games are going to be on Evercade yet is because these games are selling for around 15-20 quid on the Xbox Live Store and PS Now and Switch. The reason I think that's a red flag. Evercade cartridges, at least in the UK, cost £18 to buy. So, if Atari decided to make native ports of these games to run on Evercade, it could lead to them losing quite a bit of money, but it could also lead to them making quite a bit of money as well. It really depends. And obviously, with Evercade being quite a popular platform, at least a lot more popular than the Atari VCS, from what I've seen, because there's a lot more talk online about the Evercade, whether it be the handheld, the EXP, or the VS, than there is in the Atari VCS. I do feel like Atari can actually benefit from bringing their games to the Evercade, at least these newer games. But what I think they would do is release them as dual carts. So we'd have like Atari, Liar's Revenge Recharged, and Asteroids Recharged on one cartridge, right? Then we'd have Kombinera and, I don't know, Black Widow Recharged on another cartridge, which would all be quite good. Because these are new, these are Atari games with fresh and paint. These are new Atari games or new Atari IPs in some cases, and could greatly benefit the Evercade, because many people don't know this, but the Evercade is mostly doesn't. Well, most people don't know this, that most Evercade games are at least 20 to 30 plus years old. Some of the biggest games on Evercade are from, the Mega Drive, the NES, the Super Nintendo sort of era. And getting some of these Atari games, at least new ones, who already have a licensing deal with Blaze to release certain cartridges, could be quite beneficial for both parties. However, obviously, we have to understand the whole cost thing of it. And also, getting these games on physical media would be great for preservation in the future. And I do understand that these carts might cost a little bit more for these 2 games, but for brand new Atari games, especially games with newer graphics, newer features, I think it'd be well worth it. Especially as Blaze is clearly trying to push the Evercade to be a bit more than just, an emulation system. Because remember, they are making a big deal that Cathedral, which comes out on a dual cartridge in October, is the first actual native game on a Evercade cartridge. Now, then there's another, I think it's like Fatal Fairies or something on the VS, which is a secret game. You can unlock that, but that's the first native game on the VS. But the first native game on the actual cartridge is Cathedral. So I do think Atari might look at their success on Evercade and decide they might want to put some of their newer games on Evercade. And I'm talking their newest games like Black Widow Recharged, Yars Revenge, Kombinera. Like, I really want to play Kombinera, and I think Kombinera would be a great fit for the Evercade, because we've got a bunch of puzzle games, we've got a bunch of indie platformers, but we need something that's a bit of both. And Kombinera would be a great fit, especially since Atari is arguably the biggest publisher on Evercade right now. I know people would argue Namco has released games on Evercade. Uh, Namco is no longer making games, well, no longer releasing games on Evercade, so getting Atari is the next best thing. And personally, I'd buy these cartridges, whether it be single carts or they'd be a dual cart. You know, they might obviously be a little bit more expensive, like 20, I'd say like 20, 25 quid would probably be a reasonable price to bundle both these games together, 20, 25 quid per cartridge, which I think a lot of people would be fine with, because these are brand new games as well. Obviously, but what I remember is Atari needs to make money, Blaze needs to make money, so we need to temper expectations. But to me, I do think there's a lot of sense, a lot of method to my madness by saying that Atari and Blaze would both benefit greatly if Atari brought their new games to Evercade. I'm talking like brand new games that just fresh off release. Obviously, I'm not expecting Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't want Roller Coaster Tycoon. I want stuff like Yard's Revenge Recharged, Kombinera, Asteroids Recharged, Breakout Recharged, Asteroids Recharged. There's like what 5, 6, 7 games there that they could just utilize for these collections, for these dual carts. That's just me, guys. That's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Do you want to see, brand new Atari games on Evercade? Would you pay for a cartridge that has Asteroids Recharged or Kombinera or some of these other recharged games? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm BGP, but before we go, I need to remind you all, I'm trying to hit 200 subs by the end of August, so make sure you, if you're not already, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on, so you don't miss an update. I'm trying to make some more videos that aren't always Evercade focused, but we'll see how that goes. Make sure you like the video, obviously, and share with your friends, share with your communities. Let them come to my video, let them give me their thoughts, all the good stuff. I've been PGP, and I'm signing out. Peace.